Hello, friends. Today I am going to tell you a story that might completely change the way you look at your own challenges. It's about a young boy who believed his problems were far too heavy to carry, but he didn't realize one simple truth. Most problems in life are not as big as they seem, and the solutions are often right in front of us. By the time this story ends, you'll understand this truth for yourself. So sit back, take a deep breath, and let your mind stay here with me till the very end. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green fields, lived a boy named Arav. Arav was clever, but he had a habit of worrying too much. Even the smallest difficulty looked like a mountain to him. If the weather was too hot, he would say, "How can anyone work in this heat?" If the teacher gave him homework, he would complain, "This is impossible." If his mother asked him to help, he'd mutter, "Why is everything so hard for me?" Slowly, his complaints grew louder, and the people around him grew quieter, because no one likes being around someone who only sees problems. One evening, Arav's father finally grew tired of hearing his son's endless sighs. He called Arav and said, "Come with me. I want to show you something." They walked for a long time until they reached a calm, quiet pond. Arav's father handed him a small handful of salt and said, "Throw it in." Arav tossed the salt. The water rippled. "Now taste it," his father said. But Arav bent down, tasted the water, and immediately spat it out. "It's so bitter." His father nodded silently. Then he gave him another handful of salt and took him to the wide river nearby. "Now throw it in here," Arav obeyed. When he tasted the river water, he looked up in surprise. "It's fresh. I can't taste the salt at all." His father smiled gently and said, "Son, life's problems are like the salt. Their amount doesn't change, but how much they affect you depends on the size of your heart," he continued. "If your heart is small like the pond, every problem will make your life bitter. But if you grow your heart like the river, you'll hardly feel the bitterness at all." Those words touched Arav deeply. For the first time, he realized maybe the world wasn't as cruel as he thought. Maybe the problem wasn't life, maybe the problem was how he looked at it. That night, lying in bed, he whispered to himself, "If I stay like the pond, I'll keep suffering. But if I become like the river, I can handle anything." From the next morning, Arav started changing slowly, but surely. When his teacher gave him extra homework, he didn't complain. Instead, he thought, "This is my chance to get better." When his mother asked him to carry buckets of water, he smiled. "This is how I'll grow stronger." When the sun burned his back, he didn't groan. "This is just another test. I can face it." At first it was hard. Old habits pull us back. But every time he remembered his father's words, he pushed himself forward. Weeks turned into months, and something beautiful began to happen. Arav changed. He was no longer the boy who cried at every little thing. People noticed his calmness. Friends wanted to be around him. His teacher praised him. His parents felt proud. And most importantly, Arav felt lighter inside. Problems still came. Storms, exams, chores. But he no longer drowned in them. He flowed through life, just like the river. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, Arav sat quietly by the river. He watched the flowing water effortless, strong, unbothered, carrying sticks, leaves, and stones, all without stopping. Arav smiled and whispered, "Every problem in life has a simple solution. It's not about removing the salt, it's about becoming the river." So, my friends, remember this: life will always bring challenges. Some days will hurt, some nights will feel endless, some moments will test your patience. But the answer is not to complain, not to run, not to shrink. The answer is simple: grow bigger, grow stronger, grow deeper, grow like the river. Because the truth is this: problems don't shrink. We grow, and when we grow, every problem becomes small. So whenever you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I being the pond, or am I being the river? Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that can change your perspective. Until next time, take care.